welcome in. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for taking the time to join me. My name is Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at the energy for you for today. So let's get into it. These messages are always timeless. Just use your discernment. Take what resonates. Leave the rest behind. As always, I like to start out with an energy cleansing. Just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. Clear out any blocked or unwanted energy that we might be facing right now. It's a really good time to set your own intention as well. So if you have answers to questions, messages you're looking to hear from Spirit, definitely give those over and be open to receive. We're finding a little more balance between the mental and emotional today, specifically within ourselves. It might not manifest in our surroundings, like around us, what we're dealing with, but it's going to help us make better, stronger decisions that are in more alignment with what we want, what we desire, and what we're going after. There's a lot of change that is happening, and it gives us the opportunity to really step into our power, step into our life in a way that brings us happiness and fulfillment. That's what it's all about, right? We want to be happy while we're here. So, all right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that's blocking the highest and best messages from coming through. Fear, doubt, anger, frustration, lack of worth, lack of value, annoyance, impatience. Help us to see the value. Cleanse it and remove any negativity from our being. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama Love. Okay, so as I was saying, there's this element of more balance, more clarity is what I was hearing as well. Clarity on your vision, on what you desire, and you can feel it. I feel at the same time, this is also that value of you being able to feel what is coming in, the opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves. Yeah, you might not know what form it's going to manifest, but you know it's happening, especially if you have been remaining committed. We are in Leo season when I'm recording, which really allows us to step into our light, so to speak. Our empowerment is really how I see this. You know, we're all beautiful, we're all unique, we all have something to bring to the table. And oftentimes we dampen that light, we dampen that uniqueness through societal expectations, whatever. There's a myriad of reasons, right? That there is fear around connecting with our authentic selves, whether we're going to be accepted or not. And Spirit has you in a time where there's a lot of beauty that is opening up for you. There is a call for belief that you can have and obtain. So interesting energy today. Listening, going within, not making assumptions is what I'm hearing. Being a better listener than speaker right now, or listening more. What do they say? God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth to listen twice as much. So I'm hearing this value of being patient in the conversations that you have. Not everyone is going to understand you right now. We are in Mercury retrograde shadow period, places that we are making changes, and especially dealing with people who don't get it, who don't agree or see things in a different way. It's not the time to prove our point. It's not the time to get everybody on the bandwagon. It's a time to, I love this landmark energy, right? It's a time to establish yourself, to cultivate that really strong, clear foundation so that you are building intentionally towards what you're trying to bring in. And this can be a myriad of things, right? These are collective readings. Use your discernment, obviously. I think that goes without saying nowadays. But this can, it's whatever you want, right? It can be love, new relationship, career, finance, bringing in more money, bringing more stability into your home, into your family, within your community, however that looks for you. With Pluto moving into Aquarius officially in October, towards the end of the year, it's allowing us, it's setting the platform for us to make changes in a way that we are connecting with things that are our wish fulfillment. Aquarian energy is governed by the star in the tarot deck. And the star is the wish fulfillment in the major arcana. Yeah, Nine of Cups. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation on that pursuit, right? Not only the pursuit of happiness and fulfillment, but this is also you being able to know and understand what that is for you and what that looks like. That is why we are being asked to be patient, to listen, to observe. Because as much as we can have these topical ideas about how we want our life to look, it's also important to understand how we want it to feel. If we can have all the things, right? But we can still be unhappy, lonely, sad, depressed, whatever it may be. And that is why there is this call right now. That is why Pluto moving into Aquarius is a huge cycle shift. Pluto governs generations, right? So that's why we're seeing even a lot. I'm not going to get into this, but that's why we're seeing a lot pop off just in the world as a whole, all the craziness that's going on. You are working towards something really beautiful. You are opening up a new portal. And here's the thing. I think you don't even understand how much power you're putting towards this thing. We have been in this weird waiting game phase right now where it feels a little bit like, am I ever going to get this? Or is this just going to be stressful all the time? And in fact, I feel, I love this, Empress energy. In fact, when it does bloom, when you do get what you're chasing, what your goals are, it's actually going to be a little bit more overwhelming than what you anticipate. And that's why we're being given this time of gentleness, slowness, peace, tranquility, opportunity where not a lot is going on, so we can really set the groundwork. You're blocking your Empress energy, and it's connected to the textures, which I love because it goes back to what I was talking about. It's our beauty, it's our uniqueness. When we're standing in that Empress energy, regardless of what your gender is, what you identify as, it is being who we are, being confident, being courageous, and knowing that abundance is an exchange, this harmonious exchange of ebb and flow. Because we use our power in the right places in the right way. And this is the groundwork that you are setting. It is going to be a landmark transition in your life. And that might feel a little bit scary, or you might feel like, not a lot's going on. Like, what the F are you talking about, Deborah? If you're in that position, a lot of it is happening underneath the surface. If you look at the astrology, specifically the transits, so much of what is happening is kind of those more spiritual values. It's changing the way we see life, the way we show up in our life for ourselves, etc. More of those abstract changes and growth that we do as humans. So it's it's a pivotal time, right? It's a pivotal time. Like I said, it might not be the craziest time in our life. Some of us are feeling it more heavily than others, but there's enough happening that's challenging us. That's challenging us to move forward. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. I love this. To cultivate that, again, 9 of Pentacles, Empress energy with the 9 of Cups. Like, this is a pretty dope reading today. I feel like I don't even have to go forward because it's like, it's basically saying you have all the components working for you. A lot of this is about belief and trust. Trust in the process. Not everything has to be said and done today or tomorrow. It can take a week or a few. I know our instant gratification mind ideas don't like that, but you are laying a strong foundation. You are laying a strong groundwork to step into what you want. This new portal of time, of energy, of success and achievement. And yes, there have been things that have been blocking you, but it's again more on this internal level. Like, it's fears, it's things that people have said that we buy into a belief of being less than. Yeah, okay, well, it's probably this guy who's doing it, King of Wands. He's been popping up a lot in our readings. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. It doesn't have to specifically be one of those signs, but fire energy is very abrasive. It's very oppressive. Someone or something that is trying to heal. They're looking at it through that lens now. They might not have seen it in that way before. Leo energy, we're in Leo season. So it's staying committed. I'm hearing for you yourself, it's staying committed to your path. Maybe I've already said this, but I'm seeing this energy as you like stepping into that power, right? Like we talked about, Leo energy, King of Wands. And being able to push forward, have the strength to overcome some of those obstacles you are facing in order to get to your destination. And like I said, I feel like a lot of this has been, I'll say, on the mental emotional, because, and I'm seeing that lesson. I'm seeing a little bit more reprieve. And again, like I said, I think you're actually bringing in more opportunities than what you even know, because this is talking about like how things are moving. It might be a little bit slow paced, but it's an assured direction. We don't love all the things. And it's actually going to, I feel like the way that you're committed is actually going to, like I said, bring in a lot, you know? I think that there are some changes that need to be made. As always, like we always have those places of fine tuning. Right now, the moon is in Gemini. So remembering like we are seeing duality, and duality is going to affect us in a certain kind of way. Everybody, every situation has their way of perceiving and processing what's happening. So trying to give a little bit of grace, being balanced in the way you express your desires and wants right now. Because like I said, not everyone's going to get it. And it's not about being offended. You know, here's the thing. As much as we have the naysayers, and these feel like they are in the background a little bit more than what they've been in recent readings, people are still watching you. They're watching you remain strong, remain focused to overcome and really find that healing. And that's what you're focused on. And someone's pissed about it. Someone's pissed that you're not paying attention to them, that you are overcoming maybe even some stuff that they tried to trip you up with, that they tried to throw your way. I feel like Spirit is asking you to get out a little bit more, but I feel like this is about making connections in a more intentional way. you've been doing a lot on your own. We're getting the Hermit energy. We also have the 9 of Pentacles and even the 8 of Pentacles, which is really this element of independence and going it alone. And I feel like you're happy to do so. I feel like that's kind of what you want, what you need. You're cultivating that space around yourself so you can think clearly. But I also feel like this can be a double-edged sword. I'm not saying to like go hang out with people or put yourself in situations that bring you down or leave you unfulfilled. It doesn't have to be like best time ever, you know, like it doesn't have to be that. But there is this vibe of like opening up those options. Like I said, you're going to have more than what you know what to do with, which is going to feel stressful in and of itself. Because I love this, the flora, just as the garden blooms all at once, so is your manifestation. So are those things that are, you know, you've really been working hard towards. And it definitely has money or abundance attached to it. Money doesn't have to be the only form of abundance, right? It's pushing things forward as well. And I feel like as people, as situations watch this unfold, it's going to be really hard for them to see how you coming out on top. Having more than what they do. There's jealousy. There's a lot of jealousy in the collective right now, especially around people who, or, you know, just can't really see clearly how they're showing up in dynamics, in situations. We have that Black Moon Lilith and South Node in Libra. So some people, yeah, 100% King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Some people are having a really hard time with, there's been a lot of blame. There's been a lot of projection onto you. They've used you as a mechanism to justify their own behavior. And now it's kind of being put in their face a little bit is what I'm hearing. Yeah, some people are very overwhelmed. And this is completely different energy than that King of Wands. Yeah, 7 of Swords. So definitely someone who is spying on your social media, just kind of watching if they live around you or work around you or work in the same building, etc. This is someone who feels a little bit cast to the side, even though it feels like they made the decision to do so. And now they're having to contend with some of those choices that they made against you. Yeah, it's a huge wake up for them. Completely different than what they thought it was going to be. And neither here nor there. I mean, like, whatever. People are going to choose what they're going to choose. You still have to figure out how you're going to push forward. I don't feel like these lingering energies around you are heavily affecting you. But I think at the same time, it's making you afraid to really put yourself out there. It's making you afraid to open up those channels. Once again, I love this. The blue-footed booby, different. I love it. It's so beautiful. Beauty resides in imperfection and radiates gloriously when you are self-assured. When you are different and you are proud of it, it shows. Let your light shine. You are amazing. Flaunt it. I love that. And that really does feel connected to naysayers or people who have doubted you, who have kind of thrown wrenches in your path, so to speak. It does feel like an attack on you, on your character, an unwillingness to understand and see who you are and the beauty and the value that you bring. And that has put you in this hermit mode. I think necessary because you have been taking this time to rebuild stone circle. So finding ways to commune, giving thanks for what you have, but finding fellowship with the community around you or building new community. starting to plug in a little bit more. Don't let the Hermit be your detriment right now. Yeah, expose. So, blue glaucus, sorry. Blue glaucus. Okay, at the whim of the sea, this tiny blue dragon makes its way floating upside down as it traverses the ocean. Though buoyant and exposed to the world above, it has acquired unsuspecting defenses against the challenges it faces. Immune to the Portuguese man of war, the blue glaucus consumes its hosts and stores the venom for protection. Ooh, powerful. From this, we can learn a lesson or two. Life is exceedingly complicated, but we can choose to thrive despite the odds. Expose your weaknesses and transform them into your greatest strengths. I really love that. I think that's such a beautiful closure to our reading today. Remember that there is value in your beauty, in your uniqueness. Do not be afraid to let that light shine. And maybe that is cheesy, you know, but at the same time, we all deserve to be seen. We all deserve to be a part of this community, global community, however you want to see it. You know, we all have something valuable to contribute. And the more we empower ourselves to do so, the more we empower others, the more we heal ourselves, the more happiness and fulfillment we bring in. And I love seeing the process that you're moving through, because I think you're doing this with a lot of strength and a lot of character, despite some heavier energies and people that have blocked the path forward. And now things are starting to open up and manifest, and Spirit wants you to not get sidetracked. Don't get sidetracked. It's not the place. It's not the time. Mercury is going to go into retrograde soon, making things a little bit wonky. We have a new moon the day before, new moon in Leo. So it's a good time to like really set strong intentions, strong boundaries, strong platform for what you want to work on, so that we can carry it through Leo season. So with that, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time and energy always. I am sending all the love and blessings your way.